Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to your weekly forecast. So I know it's a day late, but hey, better late than never. So today I am featuring my new psychic sign that I actually got as an early birthday present from my parents. I'm so excited. It's so cute. I know that the colors aren't really coming through the camera, but this is like a neon pink. It's so cute and I wanted to use it in today's reading. So anyways, you guys, the decks that I'm using here today, I've got 4 decks that I've created. They are available for purchase in my Etsy shop, and right now they are 10% off. If you're international, there's a different link, so everything will be listed down below. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys, and just see what we need to know. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a theme from my Earth and Sky Oracle deck, which is this one here, and then we're going to build the message off of that particular card for what we need to know this week when it comes to our lives in general. Okay, what do we need to know here? Actually, it's not. I'm trying to fan the cards so you guys can see them, but it doesn't look like it's really showing up. So I'm going to do this so you guys can see the shuffling process. All right, what do we need to know this week, you guys? What do we need to know? Well, we have water barrier. We have Aquarius. So it could be that some of you are Aquarius, or it could be that you're dealing with an Aquarius, but it's just the energy here of Aquarius. So it says open-minded and progressive, a good listener and conversationalist, aloof and temperamental. So it might be that when we're dealing with maybe some conversations this week or something that's going on in our headspace, we're going to need to be open-minded. This is also about learning. So it's about learning from our mistakes. It's being willing to be open-minded enough to learn from what's happening, maybe with communication. Sometimes we win some, sometimes we lose some, sometimes we don't communicate properly, and then, we have to do damage control, etc. So there's something around that. Let's go into my Winds of Fortune deck and get another piece of info here. 10 of Spades. Whew. Dark night of the soul, wolf in sheep's clothing, let down, closing act. Okay, you guys, what I'm picking up on this week, if you guys have been, let's just say, talking to someone or dealing with someone and it has just gone awry, okay? What I'm getting here is that you were dealing with somebody who was false anyways. And so the best thing for you to do is just close the door on the situation. The 10 of Spades is like the 10 of Swords in tarot. It's something is ending for a reason. So rather than allowing someone to make you temperamental or to kind of like get you all riled up, the best thing that you can possibly do is just kind of take this cue from the universe that something has happened for a reason. And the best thing that you can possibly do is to just let this go. Now, it does say dark night of the soul. Whenever things happen, it does give us an opportunity with like whatever is being triggered within us to kind of pay attention. Why is this trigger here? Why do I feel this way? What does this shadow mean? Where is this trauma? Where is it coming from? What should I do with this? Sometimes it indicates to us where we still have trauma, where we need some healing or strength. So pay attention to what's coming up in your thoughts this week. Pay attention to the people that you're talking to, especially if there are, issues within those conversations. But don't be afraid to let people go or to end conversations that really aren't serving you in a empowering and positive way. Let toxic people, like a closing act, let toxic people exit the stage of your life. It's kind of like the show is over, or you were dealing with somebody who's just a wolf in sheep's clothing anyways, which is not somebody who was authentic to begin with. And so it's kind of like you're dodging a bullet, I'm getting, for some of you guys, especially if we're dealing with an Aquarius, or maybe you're an Aquarius. So let's go ahead and go into my Oracle of Chance deck now and see what else we need to know about this situation. Yeah. Things are about ready to take flight. So whenever I see the horse, I always think of power, as in horsepower or a power horse. So to me, you're the horse in the situation, you guys. This is telling you to get the hell out of Dodge. This is telling you to go and fly in another direction, okay? So really, really try to step into your power this week. Be the horse, take control, and basically exit out of a situation or let someone leave your life, because I'm just getting here that it's not worth the anguish. It's not worth whatever you're dealing with this person, especially if it's toxic. All right, so we're going to go into the connections of the Modern World Tarot that I created with my daughter, Kayla Reed Creations. The Magician. I love this. So you guys, the Magician is very much to themselves. It's a number one. And so whenever I see ones or even aces, this tells me here that there's something about your own power and what you are manifesting in your life. So if you don't like what you're manifesting, this is an opportunity for us to kind of take a look at where we are giving, like who or what we're giving our power to. Are we giving our power to people that are actually supportive on our journey, authentic people, or are we giving it to people that we don't maybe really know, or people that we can't trust that are toxic? So it doesn't mean that your suffering is your responsibility and you've created this situation, but it just means that you need to be more discerning moving forward and what you're giving your power to. So this even means that if you're giving power to thoughts that are defeating or thoughts that are of low value, as in, you don't really feel like you're worth much, then that's really what's going to kind of manifest and be a theme in your life. So we have an opportunity, I feel, to really shift our thoughts this week. Aquarius is not a water sign. Even though the water bearer is there, it is an air sign. And air signs are very much about the mental energy and the mental capability that people have and the mental power that we have. Change your thoughts, change your life. So there's something here to be said about this Magician. I associate the Magician with the law of attraction. So it's using it in a positive way. So whatever has ended, whatever has crumbled, whatever drama has ensued perhaps this week or just in general, whenever, you have an opportunity to change things around. You can either be aloof and temperamental and pissed off and really lean into that energy and stay there, or you can take the horse's energy, get back up on the horse. That's another saying. Get back up on the horse and keep going. It's very easy to want to give up. It's very easy to want to give into our grief and just feel like the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords being we're laying there with 10 swords in our back. We just can't move. At some point, we're going to have to pick ourselves up. At some point, we're going to have to keep going. So it's really up to us and where we want to put our power. You are the magician of your life. And that's what Spirit is saying this week. Since you're the magician of your life, what do you want to create now? What do you want to create now? Do you want to learn from your hardships? Do you want to examine what you need to examine and then perhaps start to heal those things? Or do you want to give your power away to other people and let them define who you are? I'm getting here. No, you don't want to do that. You want to put your power and your energy into things that are actually going to create the reality that you're trying to create. That's what you want to do. Okay. So something that wasn't serving you fell away. A path that maybe perhaps some of you were on wasn't the right path for you. So things are changing. So embrace endings, embrace changes, and get back on the horse and keep going. That's the message this week. I love that. So empowering. Such an empowering message. And I, as usual, identify with my own readings, okay? That really speaks to me for sure. It's one of the reasons that I did not post a reading for the weekly reading yesterday on this channel. After I had already done my stuff on Mystic Moon and I took a break to eat lunch, something happened in my energy where I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm just completely screwed up and I could not do a reading. And I allowed myself to just kind of, cry it out and process whatever I needed to process. And a lot of stuff came up and it was a really, really rough time for me. But I woke up this morning with a renewed energy, and it might have been because I needed to release some stuff, but I got back up on the horse and here I am doing the reading today. So that's just a perfect example that, day by day, sometimes you just got to take it day by day. You might not feel tomorrow the way that you feel today. All right, let's go ahead and get another message. We have the Ram. Love this. This is Aries energy. Very, very powerful. I can see you guys that it's not super clear, and I know why, because this is so bright. So what it's doing is it's kind of like fuzzing out the picture here. I apologize, but anyways, I just love the sign so much. I'm going to keep it right now. Anyways, so the Ram, okay, so Aries energy, a natural born leader, somebody who's competitive and confident, but somebody who could also be short-tempered and impatient. So Aries energy can sometimes be very, very intense. I have some Aries in my chart, and sometimes that can really take me places and push me to maybe have confidence and do things that I might have not ever done. But sometimes I can become very, very temperamental and very impatient, and sometimes even aggressive. So it's not to say Aries, that's like a negative, but there's an aspect to every personality there. So I feel like it could be that something does kind of push you guys into your power. To me, the Ram is also very powerful. Aries is a very powerful dominant sign. And whatever has happened to you guys has allowed you to just kind of get a hold of what you want to do and get focused and have more confidence than ever before. So allow whatever experiences, especially nasty ones, to strengthen you instead of disempower you. All right, what else do we need to know? Okay. Oh, another 10, you guys. That's very interesting to me. 10, 10. Now, this 10 of clubs is like the kind of like the 10 of pentacles in tarot. So it says abundance of cash, jackpot, inheritance, financial breakthroughs. Fantastic. So what I'm getting, you guys, is that don't waste too much time on things that have happened to you. Learn what you can, of course. Okay, you don't want to pretend that things didn't happen, because you can learn from your hardships. But really, really try to focus more of your power, your time, and your energy into the things that you enjoy doing and your life purpose and your mission and what you're ultimately trying to achieve right now, because that's going to be the payoff right there. You don't want to invest in all that crap, that 10 of swords, You don't want to marinate in that energy for too long. And the reason why is because you guys have this in front of you. You have some sort of jackpot. You've got some sort of pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So make sure that you shift gears and that you shift more into this abundant mindset this week, because there is some sort of abundance on the other side of all this tragedy. So make sure that you're in that energy. Okay? All right, what else? Mask. Things that have been hidden will soon be revealed. Okay, so first of all, something that was masked, as in, remember what came up earlier? A wolf in sheep's clothing, somebody's mask came off. Okay, so if you guys were dealing with somebody who was false or deceitful, a mask came off, and now you know. And now that you know, you can use this to empower yourself and move forward and kind of count your blessings like it's a blessing in disguise, okay? But I also feel like if some of you guys have been stuck and you have just felt kind of lost, like things have been hidden, you don't know how you're going to do something, or you don't know how anything's ever going to be resolved, I feel that what this is saying, well, this is what it says, something that's been hidden, as in something that you feel like you just can't get resolved, or something that you just can't figure out right now, it will soon be revealed. Somebody's mask will come off. Somebody that's hiding from something as well will also, that will catch up with them. So if someone owes you money, or someone is trying to avoid being served papers or something like that, to me, this is like, eventually it's going to catch up with this person, and you're going to get some sort of result from this situation. Somebody's going to have to pay up. Somebody's going to have to deal with the consequences of their actions. So justice will be served, I feel, at some point. But to me, this is because you're in a more abundant mindset. You're refusing to fall into that 10 of swords energy and stay there. You're going towards more of that 10 of pentacles energy. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're focused more on your goals instead of focused on all the crap that's happened to you. And I think that that's a powerful mindset. All right, let's see what the tarot is here for this one. The High Priestess, yes, this is something about something that has been hidden, something that isn't known right now. Don't worry about it. Something is going to happen and kind of like play out exactly the way that it's supposed to. So really, really try to just kind of trust that all will be well. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect just because you believe it will be, but you're going to feel a lot better being on this mindset of just being calm and trusting that the process, and just trusting that spirit has your back and whatever is meant to be will play out. But I do feel that if there is something that you guys are waiting for as far as some sort of justice or payoff, the 10 of the 10 of clubs / 10 of pentacles for me means that there's going to be a payoff here. There's something good. There's a blessed energy here this week. There's something good that's happening from all the chaos and all the crap in your life. So again, be mindful of your thoughts and really, really try not to get into that mentality of all is lost, everything sucks, because that can literally drown you and make you just, it can cause you a lot of anguish and just a lot of suffering. Okay. And we always have a choice. We always have a choice what we're going to subject ourselves to. We're not pretending that bad things are not happening, but we are choosing the way that we're responding to the shitty things that happen. And that's the difference. And that takes great mind power. So you actually have power over your thoughts. And your mind really doesn't have control over you. It's the other way around. But it's about learning that like an exercise. And the more time that you spend exercising, those things, the easier it's going to be for you guys when you do go through crappy things. Your recovery rate is going to be quicker and quicker. So I think that that's a really great message here. All right, let's see what else we need to know this week. What else do we need to know? Earth, love this. Our home planet, physical form and 3D reality, needs and survival, nature and creation. This is interesting because this actually came up yesterday in my reading on my Divine Love weekly forecast over on Mystic Moon. I was talking about how a lot of people on the spiritual path or even in the spiritual community, they're all focused on 5D and a new Earth and this other dimension and all these things. And I think a lot of people lose touch with this planet that they're currently on. And instead of really enjoying the process of life here and really focusing on the miracle of this planet and all the nature and the beauty that, that this world is made of, I just feel that some of us just kind of look at Earth as it's just this crappy place that we don't want to be. And remember, you guys, if you are not in a state of gratitude for what you have, then you're not really going to be able to, you're not going to feel good for one, and you're not really going to be able to multiply in that energy, so it kind of works against you. So I feel like this is a reminder this week to be happy with where you're at and who you're with at this time. When you spend time just focusing on the future or focusing on even the past, the way things used to be or people that used to be in your life, you're really doing yourself a disservice with the experience that, you should be having on planet Earth right now. And yeah, things are chaotic in the world. There's all kinds of things going on in the world, but it's telling you to take some time to think about the things that you're grateful for. And I love that this is coming up this week because Thanksgiving, and I know not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving, but sometimes people will use this week to just kind of, list things that they are grateful for and really take the time to be, make a list that, like a gratitude list of things that they're feeling blessed and grateful for. And I feel like that's a reminder here. That's why that's coming through this particular week. Okay. So let's see what else. And it's also about too, we're here on Earth, right? And whether you believe we come back again or this is it or whatever it is that you believe in, why not make this experience the best that you possibly can? So if you haven't been living your life to the fullest, you haven't been doing things that you want to do because of fear or whatever, or you're just working so hard and working so much, but you're not really enjoying your life, it's time to think about that this week. It's time to think about making some shifts and changes, so that way you can experience a better, more gratifying life. Whoa. Okay, so you guys, I'm telling you, this one just flew up. 10, 10, 10. Holy smokes. Tens are huge in this reading. You know, tens are, to me, coming full circle, end of cycles, beginning of new ones, the completion of energy here. But check this out. This is the 10 of hearts, which is like the 10 of cups. Rewarding partnerships, emotional fulfillment, fertility, and growth changes for the better, you guys. I love this. So I do feel like it is Spirit's way of telling us that let's shift our mindset. Okay, when we can shift our mindset and just be more grounded in our reality, be grounded in our lives, be grateful for what it is that we have, and not get so carried away with all this ascension shit all the time. I mean, I say ascension shit. It's not shit, but I'm just saying that because sometimes, I see people struggling so hard on their spiritual journeys. And when you're thinking in terms of all these like different dimensions and just like all this stuff, sometimes it can become very overwhelming. And I'm not telling anybody, give up on that, but maybe bring yourself back down from the clouds, come back down to earth, realize that you're here on this planet for a reason. This planet needs you too. The people in your earthly life need you too. You're here to do something with your life on this planet. Let's not forget that. And just sometimes getting that wake up call can help us to enjoy what we do have right now, instead of focusing on what we lost or what we want in the future. Let's focus on what we have right now and be grateful for that. So when we are in that energy, what are we going to experience, you guys? We're going to experience more rewarding partnerships because we're going to be grateful for the partnerships that we have. We're going to have more emotional fulfillment because we're actually going to be having a good time with what we have right now. We're also going to be in that vibration of fertility and growth because we are feeling super grateful and happy. And that creates changes for the better all the way around. So if you guys want a good partner, or you want a fulfilling position, or you want happiness, etc., try being those things for yourself right now and see how the universe rewards you. This is about being what you want to create. Be what you want to attract. Try that on for size and see how that works out. Instead of always wishing for it, praying for it, hoping that it will come one day, learn to be your best friend right now. Learn to meet your own emotional needs. Learn to enjoy the people that are in your life right now. Learn to even maybe appreciate certain things about your job or the place that you live or even your body that you hate right now. Try that on for size and let's see how that creates some positive shifts. So that to me is just a reminder to kind of come back down and start to do some work like that. Okay, catfish, because why? All is not what it seems. I feel like, and I'm not even going to go down this rabbit hole, but it's kind of like the movie The Matrix. Not all is as it seems, you guys. All right. A lot of programs that are running in your minds, a lot of programs that are being fed to us through social media or other outlets and things like that. Not everything is as it seems, right? So trying not to get caught up in conspiracy theories or caught up in certain, belief systems or what other people are saying, really just kind of try to come back down to your own reality and sit with your own energy and kind of try to figure out what's real for you, what feels right and real for you right now, what feels good for you, what feels empowering for you. Try not to get caught up in all the bullshit that comes with this planet, unfortunately, okay? It can be a very dark place, but it can also be a very light place. It's all really in what we make of it. So if you're gonna get caught up on something, why not get caught up on something that's empowering to you, not something that's ruining your life or creating drama and emptiness and delusion. Get caught up on something that's of value. Give things that are of value your time and energy. People that just suck, things that are just, miserable, whatever. Don't get caught up in that crap. Walk away. Less is more sometimes. And sometimes that can be a lonely road because a lot of people do like to be programmed, even though they don't realize it, but they do like to be programmed with certain bullshit. And it's easy to just kind of follow with what everybody else is doing. It is hard to be sovereign. It is hard to be an individual that is, within your own integrity and you have certain values. It's very difficult not to get caught up with the crowd, but sometimes we do need to do that. Sometimes we do need to do that and see where our unhappiness is stemming from and what we are participating with. Is it authentic or not? Or does it feel right for us or not? It's time for us this week to really kind of examine what we want and what's going to make us happy. Okay. And to each their own. To each their own. If there is a belief system out there that does it for you, that just brings peace and happiness to you, by all means, go for it. I may not agree with it, or it might not be my thing, but that doesn't matter. To each their own. No judgment here on that. Okay, so we had a card but it's out of my reach, so that's not for me. All right. Oh, I love this. The Strength card. Hell yes. Leo's energy. Okay. So this is talking about being in a state of self-control, right? Being strong with who you are. Sometimes less is more. And I think that sometimes people don't really understand the Strength card. They feel like the Strength card is very much like out there and, pushing through and doing this and doing that. Yes, that's an aspect of strength, but sometimes it takes more strength and courage to remain silent. Sometimes it takes more strength and courage to do nothing, to hold back, to restrain yourself. Sometimes it takes more strength to do that. So no one said that life was easy. No one said that not getting caught up in other people's crap and drama and stories and narratives was going to be easy. I think that in this day and age with just social media, it's very, very difficult not to get caught up or just, not know who we are based on what you're seeing on a daily basis or what you're hearing or what other people are doing. And sometimes it's really, really difficult. So if you need to take a time out this week, pull yourself back and just spend some time doing the things that you love to do and maybe putting more time and value into the relationships that you have. I don't see that that's a bad thing. And I'll just share this with you guys. At the very beginning of my journey back in 2017, it was wonderful. I mean, I was on a high and I felt like I had just stepped into my purpose and my mission. And I had this whole, new belief system going on. And I felt like I was just riding the clouds and I was really riding a highway for a long time. And then things shifted dramatically. And it's not like they shifted dramatically financially. That happened later, but something dramatically shifted in my marriage, in my relationship. And it really woke me up. And it really helped me to see what's important, what really matters. And what really mattered was the relationship that I was experiencing in real life, not past life connections, not soul connections with people that I, aren't even in my life. That it just changed things for me personally. It brought me back down to reality. And it brought me back down to what do I want to put my time and effort and energy into. And what I realized at that time, and maybe sometimes we do need to realize things, sometimes the hard way even, is through tragedy, is through circumstances where we wish we didn't have to go through it, but it helps to realign us with what is important. It helps to remind us of what we do truly love and what's valuable to us. So I had a huge wake-up call, and that was at the very end of 2020. And so things have been different for me. With my readings, my content, my energy. A lot of people have noticed it because I've been going through some personal shifts and changes. But I wouldn't change it for the world. And a lot of shit financially fell apart for me because of it. I wasn't on that same high. I wasn't on that same vibration. A lot of people weren't resonating with my readings anymore. But it is what it is. This is my journey. And for me, these relationships and what I have here based in reality, this is just for me personally, are more important to me and more rewarding to me. So now I'm not putting so much time and effort and dedication into my business. So it's a reflection, of course, financially, but the emotional payoff for me and what I get to experience every day because I have time for those people and I'm making time for me as well, taking care of me, that's actually more rewarding than the finances. But I still do have an ego and I still do sometimes get caught up in that, oh shit, how am I going to survive? How am I going to meet my material needs? Well, Find a different way, figure something out, or just continue on your path and maybe things will shift and change. Who frickin' knows? But all I know is that things end for a reason. Maybe certain things just were meant to kind of fall away from me. Maybe that was a part of my process of healing. I've accepted so much and I've healed so much on this journey. And even though it's not what it was when I first started in 2017, it's dramatically different, but it is what it is, as in this is my journey and I'm still getting back up on the horse and it's a little bit more difficult than it was before. But there's obviously something new for me to learn now. So I'm embracing the change. I'm embracing the cycles of life. I'm embracing that this is a new cycle and it looks different than when I started in 2017. So anyways, you guys, I hope that reading helped you guys. I hope that it resonated with some of you guys out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be bringing some more stuff to the channel this week. All right? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.